for your blessings, for your miracles, for your blessings.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Kennedy. If you are new here, hello, and if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Thank you guys for tuning in today, and if you haven't already, please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out on any content here on this channel. We go over just lifestyle, faith, all of it tied in together. You know, we just discussed it all. So once again, thank you for tuning in, and let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so today for this video, I'm very excited because it's a planning for the future type of video, and I am all about that. Okay, I'm all about planning for the future. I love to plan, y'all. I love just thinking about the future, but we have to be realistic, and that's why the title of this video is how to rebrand your life for 2025. Y'all, I can't believe 2024 has just flown by. I feel like we just started 2024 and now look at us, we're about to go to 2025. Y'all, life is really lifing right now. Like, it's really getting real. Like, my birthday is getting a little too far in that little scroll thing. Y'all know how y'all filling out something and they ask for your birthday and it's like you gotta scroll. It's getting a little too long now. Okay, like girl about to be 25. Okay, it's too much. But no, let's seriously let's go ahead and get into this video, y'all. Okay, so we're gonna rebrand our life. What does that even mean? Like, what is rebranding? Like I said, I have a background in marketing. I have a background in branding. So usually when I'm working with like a client or I'm working in the marketing field, we discuss rebranding as going from one way of just our look, the way we how to message, just our overall look, appearance, and feel for our brand, and we're moving on to more innovative type of thing. So that's what we're gonna do with our life. Like, we're going to rebrand ourselves. Like, brand you are right now and realize, let's start there. First off, you are a brand. You are a brand, okay? Whoever you are, whatever your name is a brand, okay? Everybody has a brand, because what a brand is, all it is basically a reputation, how people view you, how people see you, and how they connect with you and who you are, right? So we're going to basically shake things up a little bit because we need to change. We need change. So how are we going to change ourselves? We're going to rebrand it into whoever you want to be, okay? And a lot of people associate that with, you know, the whole term of like manifesting your dream life, or, you know, it's a lot of different terms people use for it, but basically you're just reinventing yourself. You're reinventing who you are, who you want to be, who you want people to see you as, all of the goodness. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. So how are we going to do this? How are we going to rebrand ourselves in 2024? I'm gonna tell you. Okay. So first, we need to evaluate ourselves. Like, we need to just think, who am I? Who do I represent? Like, what do I represent? You know, and when I say this, you know, I had to realize, like, the past is the past, okay? So let's not think too much about, you know, who we were 5 years ago. Like, let's think about who we are at this current moment, because that is what truly matters. Who we are right now. Think of yourself, assess yourself right now. What are you doing right now? Who are you right now? Like, what do you like? What are the things you like? What are your hobbies? What are your interests? Where do you like to go hang out at? Like, who are you? In better terms, who are you? Okay, so we need to assess ourselves and figure out who we are. So we need to also assess our current habits, our current mindset, like everything that we do on a day-to-day basis. Like, is that what you want to bring into the new year? Do you want to continue with the same habits and the same lifestyle? Like, is that what you're happy with? If you're happy with it, cool. Like, you can still rebrand yourself. You don't have to do every little detail. Like, it just depends on what you are looking for. So if you're looking to change your habits, if you don't like some of the habits you're in right now, if you want to grow and get new habits, then look and assess that and figure out, okay, what is it that I want to accomplish? What do I want to do? Who do I want to be? Okay, so just kind of look at where you are right now and like envision who you want to be. Like, that's how we make dream boards and vision boards, and that's why we do all of this. Okay, so we can physically see who we want to be, and in turn we really want to understand what's holding us back from who we want to be. Okay, we figured out that we want to be a little bit more active. We want to have a more active lifestyle. We want to do Pilates, or we want to join a gym. We want to eat healthier. Like, I'm giving an example, but understand what's holding you back from being that person. What's holding you back from that version you see of yourself. So, you know, when you're thinking of this, if you want to go ahead and do a vision board, that'll be great. But we want to also reflect and understand outside of that vision board, what are the things that are holding me back? Is it that I'm eating fast food every day? I don't know how to cook, so I don't know how to meal prep. I don't know how to be healthier. I don't want to pay for a gym membership, or I don't know how, you know, the options for a gym. What is holding us back from being the person that we want to be? Okay, so like I said, first step is just assessing our lives, doing an audit of our lives. When I say marketing, I'm gonna kind of use that throughout this video. We're going to audit our life. That's literally what we do in like marketing. Audit your life. So look through it, figure out what you want to stay, what you want to go, and write that down. Write everything down. Okay, cool. First step. Second step is like I said, really envisioning yourself and really believing that it can happen. We really want to make sure that, you know, the new version of us is attainable. Like, we don't want to just say, okay, you know, right now I am a college student, and in 2025 I want to be a business mogul who has 7 businesses making $15 million a year. Like, you know, like, let's be realistic. Like, not saying that can't happen, but let's be realistic with our goals. And so I'm an overachiever. I'm just gonna tell you, I was an overachiever. But what we really want to do is hone in on just things that are tangible for the moment, so that, you know, we are still thinking of ahead, but still allowing it to be attainable, where we don't feel like if it doesn't happen, then we're a failure. Like, we don't want to think like that. So let's think of some attainable things. Okay, so like I said, do a vision board, do some sort of mapping, like write out the things that you want to do. Just really truly understand who it is you want to become. Visualize what you're doing on a day-to-day basis to attain those goals. Think about, you know, waking up and that life that you want to live in 2025. Like, if you are tired of waking up unhappy in an unhappy situation, think about how you can get out of that situation. Think about the positive things that come along with that new version of yourself. Really truly envision who you are and try to embody it as much as you can, and put it down plain, make it plain on paper, so that next year you have something to look forward to. Okay, just make sure you're providing clarity and intentionality when it comes to trying to envision yourself and who you want to become. Okay, so step 2, you're just going to basically set your vision, make your vision board, or, you know, envision your life, write it down, and have something clear to go off of. Okay, the next step is going to be to plan it. Woo! So you really want to create a attainable plan and make sure that it is something that you can look at and compare by this time next year. Okay, so we don't want to, like I said, we don't want to go too far ahead to where it's just become overwhelming and we're like, there's no way, it's the middle of the year, there's no way I'm going to get to this point. Like, we want to make big and small goals so that when we're setting them, it seems like something we can actually do. Okay, I had this problem a lot. I used to set really big goals, and like, it was just like becoming overwhelming to the point where I just let it all go. I would procrastinate. It was a lot. So I'm telling y'all, make clear goals. Okay, and you can use a system like SMART goals, and that is going to be a good way to go ahead and look at the small and big goals and map that into steps that you can take. Okay, one of the ways you can actually plan is to develop new habits. You can come up with like 1 or 2 habits that is going to envision that life that you want to live. Right, if you want to, let's say, wake up earlier, like that's something I want to do, you have to create a habit and create a routine that wraps around being able to do that. Like, you can't just wake up one day and say, okay, I'm going to start waking up earlier. Like, no, we have to plan it out so that it comes together. Okay, make sure that you are creating a bedtime routine that's reasonable, getting all of your necessary tasks done at a reasonable time during the day, so that way at nighttime you're able to relax and go to sleep. Then eventually being able to wake up early in the morning. Right, you can't do everything at night and then be like, I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. I'm going to be a 5 a.m. gym girly, but you're going to sleep at 12 midnight. Like, that's 5 hours of sleep. That's not reasonable, you know what I mean? So create a habit. If you want to lose weight, create a habit of working out, create a habit of walking. Just create habits, and start, like I said, assessing your old habits and figuring out, does that still serve you? Does that still align with who you want to be? And then switching to your new habits. You want to also think of some skills, y'all. Think of some skills that you can learn, that you can do to also help be the person that you want to be, okay? Learning skills are very, very important, not even just professionally, but in life in general, okay? One of the skills I have learned over the years as an adult is cooking, right? This is not something I just was doing as a child, like actually being catered to. I had my meals prepped. I didn't have to worry about nothing. But no, I had to seriously learn how to cook because, you know, when you live on your own, if you're a foodie like me, you like to eat, you know, you want to be able to figure out how to cook it, right? So that's a skill, and that's a transferable skill. Like if I wanted to become a chef, like I could, because I know the basics of cooking. I know how to make the basics of food, and then you just kind of build off of that. So learning skills also helps you become that person, because like I said, you're not going to wake up overnight and become that person. Like this is going to be something that you have to build to become her or him. And you know, skills are important. Like any skill that you possess, guys, we have so many skills. We have natural skills, and then we have skills that we learn in this world that you can use in any part of life. Like outside of just the skills that you learn from a job, you have skills that God has given you that you can put into your day-to-day life. Like I tell people all the time, and I use this example a lot, you'll see that, but but if you're a nurturing person, like use that skill of nurturing in your day-to-day life. Like if that's something that you want to do, you can use that for fulfillment. If you want to help, you know, hungry people or help sick people, like you can use that nurturing skill to volunteer. Or if you're a nurturing person, you can also use it as a monetary, you know, way of life. So you can become a nurse, or you can become a caretaker. Like that's something that you can do. That's something that comes natural to you. I always tell people, like when you think of skills, don't think of something that doesn't necessarily align with who you want to be and who you envision yourself to be. Like make it make sense so that you can truly find enjoyment and happiness in that lifestyle. Okay, so skills are very, very, very important in just, like I said, day-to-day life and overall, even professionally. And like I said, closing this out, like you have to let go of a lot of things. Let go of those old habits. Let go of things that the new version of you is not going to accept, is not going to do. If you have an addiction, if you are addicted to recreational drugs, or you're addicted to alcohol, or you know, and I say addicted very loosely, like, but if you're like, let's say you're constantly drinking and you want to not only lose weight, but you want to have like a more sober mind, you can't drink. Like you have to give up things. You have to sacrifice in order to gain new things. And it's a lot of sacrifice that comes with this rebrand. Okay, even when we go back to business, when you're rebranding your business, you're going to lose some people that may, you know, associate with your old brand, but you're doing it for the better of your company, the better goals and the overall aspect of your business, not just for those one or two people that you're going to lose, you know? So you have to lose some to gain some. And every little step that you're taking towards the bigger transformation is meaningful. Like, don't think that, you know, not doing something is going to not change things. Everything adds up. Like, it adds value to your life, regardless of if you look at it as a big or small thing. Take baby steps. Make baby steps to get to a bigger goal. Like, don't just try to like hit that mountain and go running. Like, take those little steps so that you can eventually reach that goal and you don't get burnt out. Okay, cool. Okay, so for the next step, you're going to be committing to self-investment. Y'all, this is so crucial. This is so crucial. This is something I actually always have done. Like, since I was a teenager, I always invested in myself. So when I realized, you know, when I wanted to rebrand my life, I realized that that's something that already came natural to me. Like, I have no problem investing in the things that I truly believe will make a positive impact and outcome in my life. So go ahead and think about the things that actually cost money that you need to do in order to level up. Okay, and I know it's a little bit, you know, at first it's gonna seem like a lot, but let me tell you, it's very, very expected and it's very reasonable when you are trying to do better. Like, it's going to cost an old version of you. And not only that, it's going to cost money, because usually the things that we want to improve on is outside of our comfort zone. So if you're comfortable doing the things that you're doing, it's going to take a little bit extra to go ahead and go outside your comfort zone. So like I said, if we're wanting to, let's say, invest in self-care and beauty and like just looking good so you can feel good, right? That's going to cost. Even if you could find skills, like I said, if you can learn how to do your own makeup, if you can learn how to do your own lashes and your own hair, that is cool, but it's still going to cost tools and cost money to get things done, okay? Just the inventory, okay? Let's just say that. So, you know, be expected and expect to invest in yourself, whether that's through education. If you want to learn a new skill, let's say professionally, it's going to involve some sort of education. It may involve paying for a course, buying an ebook, taking a class, whatever. That is something that you're going to have to plan out as well. And like I said, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about the financial part, but it's expected to have to, you know, invest. Basically, you know, it's an investment into yourself. Like, you have to realize you may not be getting money back per se, but you're going to get a different outcome than where you're at right now. Understand, when you are unhappy with yourself, you're willing to do about anything, okay? You're willing to pay whatever. If you told me right now I was sick, it's miserable, and all I had to do was find some money to fix my problems, baby, if you want it enough, you'll do it, okay? So, you know, whether that's a gym membership, whether that's a course, like I said, it's something that you're going to have to probably invest in to be able to attain that goal, okay? And with this self-investment, you're going to have to really get serious about yourself and your boundaries and understand that a lot of people can't go with you, okay? A lot of things can't go with you. So you're going to have to put up boundaries and invite people that more so fit the lifestyle you're trying to live. Like, most people, and I'm speaking for myself too, but most people have a lot of relationships, friendships, all of that tied into history. We think, oh, I've known this person for so long that it feels kind of odd to be able to build friendships or new relationships with people, because we're thinking they don't know me like how this person knows me. But think about it. If you're trying to reinvent yourself, a lot of the people in your past aren't going to understand this version of you right away. So this is the time to actually be meeting new people, like put yourself out there more, so that you can get into those networks of people. Like I said, if you want to level up, let's say in fitness, you need to start hanging around people who are into fitness. You can't be hanging around, you know, your friends from school and your friends from back in the day that like to be big back. And no shade, because I'd be a little big back myself. Like, I'm a foodie, I like food. But I know that if I'm on my health journey, no, I cannot be surrounded around people who are not on that, you know, on that same journey. And not to say that you can't hang out with them at all, but you need people around that is going to motivate you. And if you're not around people that's going to motivate you, they're going to hold you back. So very important to also analyze the people in your life too, when it comes to these investments, because you don't want to waste your time and your money on something and you know people that you're around are not going to inspire you or motivate you to do better, okay? And lastly, you want to go ahead and treat this as your #1 priority, okay? Let's think 2025. Your entire vision for 2025 should be self-improvement. It should be, how can I do better? The person that I want to be, I should be closer and closer to them every single day. Like, I should be doing something that's going to get me closer to them every day. So that's where I say it requires a lot of discipline and a lot of time and commitment into building that person, because it's not going to happen overnight. So treat this as your #1 project. Like, think of this as the one thing you know you're going to do every day. Is you're going to do something that is going to lead to the lifestyle that you want to achieve, okay? Cool. So the next step is going to be upgrading your environment, okay? Like I said, when it comes to this investment, you have to take it serious. And, you know, and I know unfortunately a lot of us are in situations where we feel like, you know, it's not that easy to get out of. Like, if you're in an environment that you truly are unhappy with, it may take a lot of effort to actually get out of it, which is understandable. And let's just take this easy. But we really do need to switch up our environments, okay? Whether that is your physical environment or your digital environment, you need to make sure that both environments are receiving some sort of change, even if it's little. Recognize where you're spending your time at. Let's say your home life. Let's think about your home life. Let's think about your work life. Let's think about the places you are hanging out as far as like your hobbies and, you know, what you do on the weekends. Let's think about a digital space, the pages you're following, the people you're around, the people you're associating with. Let's think about all of that, and let's understand that some of that stuff needs to change. Like if you are trying to start a business this year, you need to spend time in places that promote or inspire you to do this business. Okay, coffee shops, networking events, things like that. Instead of going out to clubs and partying all weekend, what can we do to change our environment so that we are in like-minded spaces? That is what I mean about changing your environment. Like, think about the places that you're in all the time. Is that truly fulfilling you and pushing you to the new version of yourself? Only you know that. Also, actually physically changing your environment inspires you in so many ways that you don't even know. Like, if you are living in a cluttered environment, that will change your mindset completely. Like, your mind is going to be cluttered. Like, I didn't think this was true, and y'all, I was a cluttery person. Like, I'm very cluttered. When I realized when I clean, I'm way more inspired. So what we want to do is go ahead and go into 2025 with a clean environment, declutter. Like, really take this time this month to really get your physical place a revamp. Give it a revamp, okay? And think about just the person that you want to be. Do they live like this? Are they like, you know, are they in this type of environment as far as the physical part? Like, just think about your bedroom. Like, how can you kind of improve that too? Like, do you need to put more art up, wall art? Do you need to kind of change your color scheme? Is it giving you depressive vibes that you have all black everywhere? Like, and I love black, but like, I'm being serious. Like, it really does change your mood. So think about little things like that. Think about how you can just change your space to make you feel like you're in a new environment if you can't physically, you know, move or be in an environment that you truly want to be at this exact time. Okay, and lastly, like I said, the digital space. Just think about the social media platforms you're on. Are you following people that are truly going to help you in your new life? Like, are you following blogs? That's something I had to evaluate, guys. Blogs are very much of a distraction, okay? And I've eliminated most blogs except like one or two, and I'm working on it. But think about if you're constantly in blogs and like keeping up with like social media news. Is that taking away from that person that, you know, you want to be? Are they really following and keeping up with the blogs and keeping up with negative things and fights and all of those things? Like, is that contributing to it? So really think about it. And it's okay to unfollow people. Like, at first I thought it was like weird, and I was like, I don't want nobody to think. No, if that no longer aligns with who you are, it has to go, because it is only going to distract you. It's only going to keep you away from that version of you, because you're constantly still dealing with the digital things. Like, you could change your physical space all you want, but if you're still getting online doing the same thing you were doing before, it's not going to help you. Okay, so assess that and make sure that you're following people and being in positive spaces. Follow people that, you know, really truly inspire you to do the things that you want. If you want to, you know, be an influencer, follow influencers in your niche. Like, don't just follow people you know all the time. Like, you can get out there and, you know, get inspired by others by truly being in the same spaces, even if it's on a digital platform. Okay, so upgrade your environment. That's where we're at. The next step will be to build consistency through systems, aka routines. Okay, like I said, in business, when you are rebranding, you are building systems in place so that everyone in your team can know exactly how to align with the new vision you have for your company. So you have to build the same systems for yourself, which could be in forms of routines. Like, you want to think about, you know, your morning routine, your evening routine, your nightly routine. Like, what are you doing on a day-to-day basis? Guys, when I tell you this is one of the most important things about a rebrand, is getting into routine. Routines are just very important. Like, I really didn't get serious about changing my life until I put routines in place, guys. Routines like nighttime routines are something that you can implement daily that are contributing to your growth. Yeah, last year, one of my biggest things I was going to change was my skin. And what did I have to do? I not only had to invest in my skincare, but I also had to make sure I am implementing it into my morning and nighttime routine. And as someone who is super lazy when it comes to routines, or was lazy, let's say, that was very hard for me in the beginning. I had to really get into it, but I will tell you guys, it takes 21 days to form a habit and to break a habit. So in about 3 weeks, if you're doing it consistently, your mind and your body is trained to continue to do it even if you don't want to do it. Like now I genuinely feel bad if I don't take off my makeup or like wash my face really good and do my skincare at night, versus when I did not have a routine, I did not care. I was just like, okay, I might do it, might take a little makeup wipe, but I wouldn't necessarily want to have my skincare routine. But when you have invested your money and your time into trying to fix your skin, lots of money, then you will do it. So that's why it's important to actually spend money doing things, because it literally proves how serious you are about your investment, okay? So these systems include the routines. If you want to work out, you have to build a workout routine. If you want to eat healthy, you have to build a eating routine. All of these are routines, and I am not a routine themed person. Like I told y'all, I am not into routines. I like to wake up every day and do something different. Like I genuinely do not like the idea of routines, but when I realized you can still do your routines and it not feel like it's so automatic, it gets there, it gets done. Okay, I would just say it gets done. Like maybe I'm not doing my skincare every day at the same time, but it gets done, whether that is at the top of the morning or I have had my coffee a little bit, I've chilled out, I've been, you know, doing a little few things, and then it gets done. It still gets done. So realize the routine is just more so about having it done, not when you get it done. If you're struggling with routines, that's what I mean. And then just weekly goal setting, like really thinking about what you can do every week. You want to think about what you can do daily, you want to think about what you can do weekly, monthly, and then what I like to do is quarterly. I like to think about quarters and like some of my bigger goals each quarter. And if you're not familiar with quarters, it's every 3 months. So you have quarter one, which would be January to March, and then it will be every 3 months thereafter. So it's a total of 4 quarters, and of course it's 12 months, so you'll just do it like that. I like to break it down like that. That's the easiest, because if you think about it in a year sense, like I said, you still have to break things down to make it make sense. So you want to just make sure that you're doing your planning and everything for the daily, weekly, monthly, and then quarterly, or maybe if you want to do, if half a year works for you, like for the first 6 months or for the second 6 months, you can do it how you want to do it. But I recommend doing it like that: daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly. And then of course over the year, you'll be able to see everything based off of that. I do have a few ChatGPT prompts for you guys that you can use to help you with some of these routines and get some of the clarity that you need. And I'll have that in the description below. You can go ahead and download that PDF. That'll help you just get into really figuring out what it is that you need to implement into your routines. Like I said, whether that's daily or whether that's monthly, like just get serious about it and have ChatGPT plan it out, guys. I love ChatGPT. That's my best friend. I talk to ChatGPT like a best friend. I don't think it's weird at all, but that's neither here nor there. But I literally use ChatGPT as my assistant and my friend and my like mentor to be able to get things done. So I literally will tell it everything that I need done, and it will break it down. And I recommend you guys to do the same thing. If you aren't familiar with, you can just get a free account and just have it do everything that you need it to do, which would be plan out your life. Okay, cool. So that'll be down below if you guys want to get that resource. And then next, you really want to embrace this new version of yourself. Like you really want to step into that confidence. Guys, I talked about this in another video. It's very important to have confidence in everything that you do. Like don't do anything in life without feeling like it will bring some sort of like joy and happiness to you, because that in turn will make you have that confidence. I'm not saying not to do something because you don't have confidence. Like you have to get started even if you're not confident in something. But what I'm saying is, like, if you're going to start something new, make sure that it's going to help you, you know, with your confidence. Like I wouldn't say make a bad new habit of like smoking, and you haven't smoked and now you decide towards 2025 I'm going to become a smoker. Like if that's not something that's going to make you happy, I wouldn't recommend doing that, because you want to have confidence in what you do. Like if you know you're truly not a smoker and that's not something that you enjoy doing, it's not going to bring you confidence when everything goes. Does that make sense? So, you know, this rebrand is not just about doing, it's about being. Like you don't want to just feel like you're trying to be someone you aren't necessarily. You want to be a better version of who you already are. Like, think about things that truly make you happy. Think about, you know, going back to a child. How are you before the world changed you? Like, I always say that and tell people that, like, think about who you were as a child. Like, when you were like 6, 7 years old, if you were to ask yourself back then who you wanted to be, I'm sure yourself would have told you who you wanted to be. Think just about how imaginative and creative you were as a child before you had to start conforming into the society and what the world wanted you to be, okay? And then take that, use your experiences, use what you know and what you want to know, and then really just embrace that version of you. Like, don't try to hide from things that you are not confident in right now because you feel like that's not what everybody else wants you to do or be. Truly embrace who you are. Like, it's a slow process to loving yourself again, or truly loving yourself, but you can do it. Like, I guarantee you, like, in this new version of yourself that you're creating every day, you're going to start to love some of the things that you thought you would never love in yourself, okay? So just really embrace this new identity. It's going to be weird. People might make fun of you. They might talk about you. You have to keep going because they always talk in the beginning. It's a little tip. They always have something to say in the beginning. And then when you have the confidence to continue to do so, they realize, oh wait, what I'm laughing at and what I'm joking about and what I'm making fun of is something that I actually admire about this person. And when things start to show in the physical sense, that's when they want to be on your bandwagon. That's when they want to start to ask you, how did you do this? How can I do this? You know what I mean? So really embrace this new version of yourself and just give yourself permission to outgrow these old versions of yourself. Like, truly sit down and be real with yourself and be like, is this still serving me? Like, is this version of me truly fulfilling, even now as is all I know? You know, like, some of us are a product of our environment. You know, do you really still want to be a product of your environment, or do you want to be this version of you and have been envisioning since you were a child? Like, you can do it. You can be whoever you want, guys. You can do whatever you want. You just have to trust and have faith that it's going to happen. It's going to come, okay? So really, truly think about that and really embrace it. Like, give yourself affirmations. If you are into your faith, really get into, you know, your Bible and think about, you know, all of the scriptures that may, you know, help you get this confidence that you need. But in turn, you really just need to have the confidence overall that everything is going to come together as it should. Okay, guys, sorry, it's changed a little bit because the sun is setting, but we're going to continue to go. So this rebrand, like I said, is very crucial and important to realize that, you know, you are essentially outgrowing an old version of yourself and you are now moving into a different version. It's going to be ups and downs. Some days you're going to feel like it's easy, it's going well, it's just becoming everything that you envision, and then other days it's going to feel like you're confused, you don't understand what's happening, you don't know why it's happening, when is it going to get better. So you have to really give yourself grace when it comes to just changing who you are on the inside and sometimes on the outside. It's all about embracing, though. You need to embrace the journey. It's really a journey because you're going to continue to do so. Even if you get to a point, you're going to have to continue doing it. So this is now just about changing your journey and how you are moving through life. And I want to give you some examples of some celebrities that we've looked at who've done a little bit of rebranding this year, or influencers per se, and kind of just compare it. So I'll put some pictures in here, but I have a few examples of, like, Coco Jones. Love my girl Coco. Okay, she's one of the people who truly inspired me as a brown woman. I hope this isn't too, guys, I really hope this isn't too much because this is really, like, bothering me. Hold on. Okay, this has definitely helped. But Coco Jones is one of the people that truly inspired me as a brown girl to, you know, be able to rebrand myself personally. And I think that her story is a great testimony. We know Coco Jones from Disney Channel. We've seen her kind of growing up. If you are, you know, a Gen Z or millennial, maybe you've probably seen her a couple of times and, like, Let It Shine. And she did a great rebrand these past couple of years, but specifically this year, because her music has really really just been so beautifully orchestrated in her, you know, brand. So we know Coco Jones from just acting, but like her music has really blown up this year, and she's just inspired us all that it's okay to, you know, have people doubt you and not sell yourself out, because she said multiple times that a lot of them wanted her to be in a more sexual image, and she wasn't comfortable with that. So she really said that she waited until God rebranded her and gave her the opportunities that fit her image better. So she's a great example of a rebrand, and I think that her story and her journey is something that we can all be inspired by. Also, you know, Beyonce had a little rebrand this year when it came to working in having part of different industries. Usually she's more so in like the fashion and music world, but she came into the hair care scene. I don't know if her alcohol was released. It was like something Carter, I forgot. And then she also created country music this year and came out with the Cowboy Carter album, which, you know, that was a rebrand within itself. You know, people looked at her a little bit more into her roots. It started to go back to her roots and less into, you know, that version of herself that we've known her for so long. She wanted to come back to her Texas roots and, you know, how she grew up with her mother being a hairstylist. That all was a part of her rebrand. Like I said, guys, it doesn't have to just be about something that's like life-changing. It can be like little things that people notice and say, oh goodness, she's doing something different, they're doing something different. So that was also, you know, very inspiring as well. And another influencer I would like to point out is Aaliyah J. She has been someone that I've even watched over the years in the beauty industry. I feel like has been known for her makeup looks, but this year I feel like she really was able to put herself out there as more than just a beauty influencer. She was more so a lifestyle influencer and also a CEO of a business, and that's really, really great for her. Like, that's amazing, because it's really hard when you're dealt with brand deals, just even in that like influencer industry, and like I said, in the marketing industry, it's so much easier to just accept deals from companies, and it's really hard as an influencer to manage your own company, and especially while doing it with other companies, like still being a part of the influencer brand. So she just had a great run, I think, this year, and it was really cute and fun to see her in her vibe of her business as well as still being an influencer. So once again, it does not have to be such a big change that it's like you're changing up everything. No, it can really just be sort of like simple gestures, and as simple as just starting a business or starting a new hobby, or just like eating healthier, being a healthier version of yourself, being more into wellness and self-care. Like, it does not have to be so big, but it can be, if that's what you want it to be. Like, you can be whoever you want, guys. You can truly be whomever you want. And I'll say for me personally that this year I was able to rebrand myself completely as far as my entire life, and it's been ups and downs. Like, trust me, I'm not gonna just say it's been super easy or super fun, but you know, this year I've been able to work my first big girl corporate job. I've been able to travel for work and like get paid to like be in another city. Like, that's big. Got one of like my dream car. I got a new car, something that I've been wanting to do for years. Really truly believed I could do it, and I did it. And you know, I've just been living a healthier lifestyle. I'm back in the gym. I've just realized I've been in the gym consistently for I think almost a month now. Like, it's been about a month. They charged my card, the gym charged my card again, so which means it has to be about a month. So you know, that just means that, you know, your girl is really doing her thing. Like, that's real. So yeah, I've been eating healthier. I'm really intentional about my journey, my health journey. Sorry guys, my camera just cut off. God, they be overheating. Next year I'm putting it on my plan to get a new camera, baby. But but yeah, I'm just gonna pretty much close out this video here. As far as the rebrand, it is super fun. It's a fun journey, and it's something that I've truly been able to enjoy. But I will say that it is definitely a more of a discipline and consistency thing versus just something that's like glorified to be so beautiful. Like, oh, I just rebranded my life. Like, yay. No, it's definitely a journey, and it takes a lot of hard work and dedication. And I want to build this platform and this channel to have a community of you guys who are on the same journey. Like, intentionality is so important to me. I feel like life is so intentional. We really need to take it serious, and not just serious as far as just being like, oh, like super serious and stern. No, just more so like having intention in most things that we do. Like, you know, it's cool to be carefree, it's cool to just vibe and enjoy life, but it's also important to have goals and have things that you look forward to, you know, just plan. And I want to have that community on this channel, so hopefully you guys enjoy this video. You know, it's something you can do right now. After you watch this video, I hope you guys took notes. It's something that you guys can do right now to rebrand yourself. It's something you can start today, and I want you guys to think about it and really like be serious about it, and really take it all the way this year. Like, go up this year. Like, I'm not joking. Like, take it there, because you can do it. So many things can change within a year, and you can be in a different place in a year from now. And this time next year, I'm about to cry thinking about it. Like, I know that we all are going to be in a different place. I can feel it. Like, I literally feel my bones having like a chill. Like, I feel this goosebump of like everything changing. Like, we just got to get serious about it, guys, and really put in that effort and that consistency, and be consistent in what we do. That new version of yourself is ready. It's ready to be you. Okay, you are just the only thing that's holding yourself back. You know, think about you are the creator of your life, along with God, and really locking in with God and really understanding his plan for you. You are the person that is holding you back from who you want to be. Okay, so like I said, really just connect with God, understand what God wants for you, and then think about the things that you want for yourself, and just merge that and really lock in. Y'all, lock in 2025. If you enjoyed this video, please comment that below, as well as share your thoughts. Lock in 2025. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video really inspired you guys to just rebrand and really live life and understand the true meaning and intentionality in life. Okay, I will see you guys in my next video. Like I said, if you want the resources and everything, it will be in the description. And I'm so excited for this journey. Please make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you aren't already, once again, and give it a big thumbs up for this video if you guys liked it. It will help so much. You guys can find me on social media. It'll be down on screen and in the description as well. All right, y'all, I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Y'all enjoy. Bye.